Welcome back to MK Sportscars. Fresh after passing its IVA, Sean is now ready to rock and roll in the RX-5. Roll cage check, aero screen check, turbo check. The left-hand drive is flying along. We update you on the progress of the workshop build, so don't go anywhere guys, you don't want to miss it.
Oh, sorry.
Right, test drive time. What are we in today? Well, I'm in the lucky ownership here of the RX-5. This one, we've done loads of test drives on the turbo stuff, and this one, it's completely stock. As you get it out of the standard MX-5 Mark II, NP, BP engine, approximately 140 horsepower, so straight out of that, all the drivetrain from it, and then my first initial impressions are, drivetrain, super quiet, like super quiet. No whine, no knocks, no bangs, no nothing. Really nice actually. Civilised, fantastic. Obviously we haven't got no turbo on here today, complete stock. You can stick a turbo on if you want to and wind it up to the dizzy heights of stock 240 or up to like the demo car we built before with 300 plus horsepower. But do you know what? I'll give a little road test. Now this is IVA. And what a standard one. Standard one does. Could resist it in the tunnel there. How cool is that? Well, it steers the same. It stops the same. It does everything the same. It's got wheelwood brakes on the front. Got a suede steering wheel. We've got a stop instrumentation straight out of the Mazda here. Very clear, very visible, nice and easy to see. We've got speed up to 140 miles an hour plus. That's fantastic. Quarter standard levers off the RX-5, sorry, the Mazda MX-5 here with the indicators, the lights and all of them gubbins. Tech works really well. Very natural. You can get in this car, put the key ignition, turn it, press go, and away you go. You're into driving as you would an MX-5, but only thing is, faster. Yeah, this thing's got way more power to weight horsepower because it's lighter. It's 600 kilos, sub 600 kilos actually, which is considerably heavier because it does this then, second gear pull. Here we go. And you're up to the national speed limit, that quick. I mean, it's only 140 horsepower. But it pulls so well. Well, it's only light, you know, quite roughly, I don't know, it's sort of like 250 brake horsepower per tonne, somewhere in that sort of region. It's peppy enough to you have fun with on the road. So we've got the aero screen fitted today. You can fit the windscreen and wipers and all of those bits. Quite like the windscreen on its own without doors myself. Don't mind the aero screen. I've got no air. I've got air here, right above the top of my head, but below here, it's actually not hitting me in the face, which is really cool. So, 5-speed box, straight out the Mazda, which is, as we know, as good as it gets. It's so cool, so cool. Very easy to use. We go round and roundabout, test out some of the grip, give it some of this. Yeah, boy, that good's that. How good's that? turbo on it. You've got another car later on, but it drives so nice. Rides the suspension, fantastic. Billet pedal box, nice spread on the pedal box here. I've got my little race shoes on. Nice feel to the pedals, plenty of gap. Comfy seats, padded centre tunnel. Nice place for this. Your phone to drop in. How many people jiggle around your phone? Put your phone away. Fantastic. Stick the sat nav on if you wanted to. Yeah, it's so good on the brakes. I mean, you could stop on a dime with this thing. Literally stop on a dime. But yeah, it turns in, look, really sharp. Self-centering, no problem at all. It's really light on the steering actually, as you expect with a sort of 600 kilo car. Really easy to drive. Fourth gear, fifth gear, 50 mile an hour, 2,500 RPM. So we've got a theoretical top speed of 140 mile an hour. Perfect gearing. You can sit along, 60 mile an hour sort of thing. National speed limit 70 mile an hour, 3,500 RPM. Quite comfortably cruise around in this car. It's really cool. I think this is the good thing about the Mazda. You can drive it at slow speeds. Obviously car and use just for this kind of driving around, it's very civilised. You can drive them at such low speeds, pootle around, not worry about, you know, on-off clutch switches and things like that you have in a bike engine, etc. They just do it so well. You don't have to concentrate in driving. And as I said with all these cars, if you're comfortable in a car, you can drive it fast. So for us to summarise the RX-5, how to sum it? Well, it's affordable, it's cheap, it's bang for buck, it's great. 140 horsepower stock, which is plenty to get started with. It's exactly what you need. And then if you want to upgrade it, it's got an upgrade path. You can go into turbos, you can do other things with it. You can normally aspirate, you can put throttle bodies. It's an upgradable car. It can have different seats. It's so many options available about what you want to do with this car. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. If you want to build one of these at home in your garage, you don't need specialist tools. You don't need a giant toolbox. You know, it's affordable to do, and I love that. Do you know what? I love this car. Genuinely love this car. Welcome back to the workshop, guys. I hope you enjoyed Landau and the little spirited track drives. Very small track, only like a 40 odd second lap. If you're quick, 42 like Nick. If you're not so quick, it'll probably be 50 seconds. But I think everybody had a stonky day. The sun was out, great event. And that leads us on to, well, the next one, which will be Blyton Park in August. So that's the next event that we're going up a little bit closer to home. So if you want to come up and have a look at these cars going around and maybe jump in a passenger seat if you want to as well, Blyton Park will be your next opportunity. Well, let's start in the workshop booth here. We've got the RX-5, the RX-5 Turbo actually. This was on our Stoney stand, this sold at the show. Very nice, clean, detailed car. Just got to go back to the dyno now, just to get the final numbers and tuning and etc. done. But while it's been here, we've had the screen fitted, the wipers fitted, the wiper motor has been fitted, the washer bottle has been fitted. We've got the little squirter here, directs the fluids up. The wiper blades, all of that's been fitted, temporary fitted on the wing mirrors because it's going to be having some doors and that as well, which we're doing. But then, yeah, back to the dyno with this one, and then it can be sent off to the new owner now. So, yeah, super clean, tidy build. I've got to say, orange and black, super strong colour, as we know. All nicely padded interior, standard MX-5 gauges on here. Actually, it's a really nice place to be, comfortable car, easy drivable. And then when you're going to be sticking in, you know, somewhere around the sort of 230 horsepower with this power plant, great combination, great combination. Okay, over here at hashtag Ted's car, been moving on forward with this. Engine bays button up, front anti-roll bars are on, bulkheads been fitted, dry sump tanks all fitted, just got to do the returns on those, buttoning up the engine bay with some of the wiring as well on this one. Those can be fitting on the side, fitting's been done. the indicator arms in for IVA spec as well in, the headlight brackets for IVA spec are in, bonnet's been fitted and the bonnet catches as well, all the rubber bonnet catches and that with the SX bonnet with the nose cone. I'll quickly show you what that looks like. Grab that. So really simple. It's got the honeycomb grille in the front as well on this one, but yeah, quite simple. And then it's got the rubber bonnet catches that very, very quick and easy fix. They're all in the manual where the dimensions are on those to fit those. Pretty simple really, cost-effective solution and IVA compliant, which is what you like as well. So yeah, that's gone in, dashboard's gone in. You probably saw last week we was cutting all of that up as well. Dashboard's gone in with the switch gear and that. It's got to finish the carbon interior panels as well. The quick release boss will go on here as well. Boot box has had its trimmed down section and that's been dry fitted. But we'll do that final fit when we fit the roll bar as well. And all the rear lights have been gone onto the vehicle as well. So we've got the standard coloured lens pack, reverse light, fog light and number plate light, and the anodised black fuel filler cap, which always looks pretty trick in there as well. So these have got built-in reflectors obviously for IVA. And again, if you need to know about lights and dimensions, it is on our video link as well. But any questions on that, and it's in the build manual about where these dimensions are. The minimum height's like 350 from the floor on the lights and a minimum distance of 400 on the outside here on these. And you say you must have reflector, angle on this must be straight, clear visibility for a number plate to go in here for your number plate light. And the fuel caps, these are all right because they've got a key that locks into them and you can't get it out without twisting it again. But if not, if you do that and you can just take the key straight out, then you must put a little strap inside that holds it in place. Right, here we go on the left-hand drive RX-5, now turbo charged car. So as you know, we've been working on this, making the link pipes and bits, trying to package it all in. Well, the package is in, it is tight, but we've got the standard manifold, TD04 turbo, the drop link pipe coming here, comes out. We have to trim the hole a little bit bigger to get it out, but it's still only a little bit bigger to make that stand up to your stock link pipe. I say we've made a jig for those, so that all fits quite nicely. We've heat wrapped it just in the next section because you've got the brake fluid pots and down here just to help protect them a little bit in the steering column, just giving that some heat wrap. So that's all gone in, the intercooler pipe working into the intercooler here, so in here, out there, and push, bang, bang, makes lots of whoosh noises, which we always love. Filters in, we've got a little bit tidying up to do here because we temporarily started the car this morning, and then we just got to do, excuse me, some final fettling on the engine, get the battery hooked up again, and then we just start running through the modes and running it up to temperatures, etc. as well. So engine bay looking neat and tidy, buttoned up the turbo, happy with the link pipes. You can decat them if you wanted to, if you're doing track, especially if you're doing track work, you need to decat it probably as well. So this has got the cat, we're keeping it completely stock at the moment. So yeah, fluids, all of that to go in, and then we can run it all up to temperatures. I was just about to say something then and it came out of my head. Right, so just talking to the middle, to the rear of the car, as you probably saw, we've got the 50mm roll cage in here with side impact bars. That's all bolted in. And then to finish the rear end now, we've changed the boot cover over from the standard roll bar one, which it had, which has the holes here, into the roll cage vinyl boot cover as well. So that's all neat and buttoned up. Again, stock light system on this, clear lens pack, fog lights, everything else. It's all sort of IVA and road legal compatible as well. So yeah, not far on this now, so it's pretty much running temperatures, getting it warmed up, then it'll be road testing and stuff like that as well, some wing mirrors to go on it, a few little bits and bobs, but yeah, pretty close. Right, next build on, booster again, booster power Gen 2, hashtag Brian's car. Well, I've been on with that, as you say, bit of a lot of wiring, as you can see under here, because you're integrating bike loom, car loom, and Bluetooth for all of this, which is going on the steering wheel. DD2 dash, so there's a lot of wiring to do on this, all for the flat shifter and everything else as well. So quite a bit going on, but the good news is this is pretty much wired up. She starts, as we said last week, and actually on here, on the steering wheel, will be the start button for it as well. And at the moment, we've got these wired in, we've got the indicators. They're all working nicely on the LED headlights. We can do both on those. Press them both together and you get hazards, which is cool. Switch them off. And also on here you've got the flash, which is cool on here. And that will be your rain lights, which we've just got to hook up. And then over here is the old horn. That we've got Anna. So that's cool. But on the rear of the vehicle, we'll just show you so they're there. We've got these little slimline LEDs which are going on to the roll cage. This is a race car, road only. It's not road legal. But yeah, they're going to be on the cage, and we've got one on each side. There's another one on down in here, flashing away as well. They're cool little things. The brake light will be on those as well. So yeah, it's a cool little bit of kit, all on the steering wheel. Well, you can be here and do it. It's all Bluetoothed across. So technology is really moving on with this stuff. Makes life a little bit difficult and more complicated because you're splicing all different systems together. And this is going to have the paddle shift on the paddles here. You're going to click up, there it goes, up and down. You can hear that. It's moving the solenoid just down here onto the flat shifter. So you press this and it's going to change gear. That is pretty darn cool. Right, well, it's a shame in time, and this has been, well, sharing the press really. So Complete Kit Car magazine have done the article on this. If it's already hit your doorstep, the Complete Kit Car magazine, you would have seen the article on this one. If you haven't, that's a good place to subscribe to. Get it each month. Gets loads of information, update about cars and everything else from sevens to other, other kit cars that are out there. We just love sevens, of course. This is for sale, and then on last week's video you would have seen the sort of short video we've done on this, and this car is for sale. Don't forget, it may not be very, very soon because it is a wicked little car, and if you're trying to get into track days and Sunday blasting, this is a great place to start. So yeah, it's shame in time. Complete Kit Car magazine, watch the video, or come down and have a look and I'll take you out in it. It's a wicked little car. Right, so while we're here, let's talk about chassis. We've got one just landed here. We'll talk about chassis delivery schedule. That's going to be up there. You can see where you're at in the queue. And if you want to get yourself in the queue on those, and you want to come down and have a look at the kits and the models and everything else, you're welcome to pop down anytime. You can discuss what your specs, what you're looking at, car engine, bike engine, etc. We can go for it and get you in the queue. Right, after a successful Stony Kit Car show, don't forget about Newark. So if you're heading down way, it's pretty much middle of the country, nicely set out for north and south to get to. Back in July, and I'll post that up there for you link. It's going to be a nice 2-day event as well, so plenty of opportunities for you to come down, have a look at us and other suppliers that are around there, and hopefully it'll be nice and sunny, there'll be plenty of cars outside. Right, that's it for another week here at MK Sportscars headquarters. And another super busy week. Landau was crazy, events coming up, track days being booked, and hopefully we can get the sun shining out there, we can go and enjoy these cars, the little strikers set on kill, ready to go for the next track day. And hopefully if you're trying to get on track, you can come down and have a look at the shame, and maybe that'll be your weapon of choice. That's it. Like, subscribe and share. Catch you next week.